Good morning, Academy55 students and premium members. Here we are on another Academy55 live trading session. As you can see, I have the chart open on the EUR USD because that's what we're trading between the hours of 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock this morning. And I've got it open on the 15-minute time frame because I have drawn some imbalance the price needs to fill. FEGs, fair value gaps, they're the same thing. And also I've got lines of support and resistance. We use them as points of interest. So when price gets to these areas, we can then go and have a look and reevaluate where we are in a trade, if we are in a trade, or reevaluate. There's been a couple of questions that have been noted to me about pointing out these fair value gaps and imbalance. Does it mean the trade's more risky or less risky? All it means really is I am getting an idea of where price is going and why it wants to go there by doing a bit of investigative work. And by doing that, that gives you in your mindset a little bit more of a confluence, a little bit more idea if you can read price action and work out why price needs to go to these certain areas, because this area down here, I know price needs to get there eventually, but it could be a few hours time, it could be a few minutes time, I don't know that. So it doesn't mean to say the trade's more risky or less risky. It just gives me an idea of why price is going the way it's going. And in turn, that gives me a lot more confidence. Knowledge is power, right? So knowledge is power. So it gives you more confidence to read, if you can read price action. And that'll come with experience from yourselves in following along and doing this. So anyway, so going back to today, this is where we are. Price is filling out that imbalance there. Perhaps it'll come down here within the next within our time frame of trading. Perhaps not. It might shoot back up again. But I can say that here is the highest we've been since the beginning of February. So that's quite significant. So we'll go down to the 1 minute time frame. And this is what it looks like on the 1 minute time frame. And we will draw up the vertical line at 8 o'clock. And a vertical line at, sorry, get that over there, at 9 o'clock, because that is the time when I'm trading. Nice to see so many people in the room with us. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you get something out of this. Now, this is the EMA line 462. So technically, we are in a downtrend area because we are underneath the purple line. Price likes to hug this purple line, as you can see here in this demonstration, in this live trading. But when it strays away and goes underneath the purple line, we are in a downtrend situation at the moment, and it's coming down here to fill out this imbalance. Like I said, it might come down during our hour down here, or it might turn up. That's why we have the indicators to help us make a decision at the time of what's going on. Tomorrow being non-farm payroll, a big news event at 1:30 UK time tomorrow afternoon. I expect the volume in the market to be very, very flat tomorrow morning. So no trading tomorrow morning because of those reasons, because we want to see volume going one way or the other and not this sort of situation. And logically tomorrow, that's the situation we will see. more of this until the news event, and then it could go crazy. 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. You can actually watch that. Please don't trade it, whatever you do, because you'll come a cropper. But now we can see imbalance up here, for example, that needs to be filled at some stage. Like I say, it doesn't make a trade more risky or less risky. It's just knowledge of what you can see in the charts will give you, make you feel a bit more empowered in your trading. If you can read price action, and this goes for any strategy. If you can sort of read the charts, all the better. But right now we are at 8 o'clock. No, 1 minute past 8 now. So what we do now, oh, by the way, yeah, check to make sure your MT4 is running correctly in case you want to place a trade later on. Make sure you're, all importantly, is 1%. You've got your lot calc in purple, your risk to reward in purple. So when you come to trace, they will automatically go for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So make sure of all that. Please do not copy my trades. These are for educational purposes only. You're going to do what you're going to do, I know, but these are for educational purposes only, not meant for you to copy my trades. Go out and find. This is to give you, again, give you a little bit of an educational background into what to look for in terms of price action and when to place trades, so you can go out and find your own at some stage. So this is where we are at the moment. Just going to double check the news. And today we are on Thursday, the 7th of March. And as you can see, there is not much going on at the moment. We've got a little bit of orange flag news on the Swiss franc, which could affect the euro a tiny bit, but we've got more news on the euro at 1:15. So if you're trading around that time, you ought to take special attention, and as at 1:30 as well. So always check my forex funds, the forex factory and my FX book. Meanwhile, back to where the action is. Now for this sell here, we are much too late to the party. I'd much rather wait for a sell alert or a buy alert, whatever the case may be, because that was at 7:15 our time, 45 odd minutes ago. And we'll let this play out, and then hopefully, as per alerts, we might get to get a trade of our own. So I hope you can see that if you were in that trade, let's mark this up. Short position, sell alert, big down candle. So you possibly wouldn't have got into it till about there. Your stop loss would have been at the start of where the wave turned red, and also it's intersecting with the trend line. So that's a really good place to take your trade. And a 2 to 1 would be, I'm not quite there yet, is it, or is it? Yes, just about. Just about. You would have got your 1 to 2, which is there. So congratulations if you were around about 20 past 7 this morning. You've actually got your trade. And now, obviously, you're watching this for educational purposes, that we all are anyway. So that was just shows the strength of the Academy 55 indicator. And so if you can make 8 to 9, like we all say, pick an hour that suits you, but make sure you back test it and do all that good stuff and analyze the time that you're trading, and make sure if you've got a big percentage of winners, go for it, and then come back and let us know your results. We'd love to know your results here in Academy 55. Write them in the group, please. That'll be great. Be honest. Like I said, me and Steve are fully transparent in what is happening. I mean, there's no place I can hide. Trading in the goldfish bowl, so to speak. You get to see my losses and my wins. And yes, we do have losses. If you've just been coming here for the first time, I don't want to shock you, but losses is all a part of trading, and how you and the bigger part of trading is how you handle that loss yourself. That's why we have a journal, so you can go back and look at the journal and look at the bigger picture. And yes, you had a loss, but go back in time and look overall and through the videos, previous videos and stuff like that, and determine overall the bigger picture is we win. At the end of the month, we have a big percentage gain. That was just a blip if you do take a trade and lose. So the big part of trading is how you handle loss. Nice to see, once again, nice to see so many people on here today. Let me just get this image. Choose image. There we go. Put that on there. There we go. Right, now we've got a lot of right, okay, we've got a bit of a buy happening now. Now this area here is a point of interest because this would be what we call a retrace trade, because price is underneath the EMA. And like I said earlier, our price likes to hug this area. But if we have a lot of volume in the market, it will break. If we don't have so much volume in the market, it will bounce and maybe consolidate and come back down again, because we're officially in a retrace trade. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my MC4 on now, and I'm going to get my line tool ready, and that's ready. Look, we've got 1%. Make sure you're on the EUR USD and on the 1 minute time frame, more importantly. And my stop loss would be technically there, but that's way too close to the action, and we're having more consolidation actually. So previous I was, there we go. So parabolic SARs are underneath the price. The volume ribbon is green, but the waves haven't turned green yet, and the trend line isn't green. And I can see more consolidation. Surprise, surprise, not much volume. And possibly because of the big news event, non-farm payroll, 1:30 our time tomorrow, where prices can go crazy and move quite a lot within a space of like 10 seconds. So why would any investor want to spend millions of pounds knowing that that is going to happen? That's why there is a big reason for maybe for lack of volume. We don't know for certain, just my opinion. And it's got to be my opinion because there's nothing to tell us as traders what it is, but it's logical to think that way. Right, so we have, hopefully we might get a fresh sell alert if it goes down a bit further. But but also it might continue going along here for a long time. And if you know what, if it goes to 9 o'clock, so be it. We haven't lost nothing. Oh, big volume now. Somebody wants to take, they want to take it down. This is where it gets frustrating because we haven't got no alert to tell us. We had an alert back at 7:15 today. I'll take the lines off now. If we get a fresh alert, then we're in. Because I'd rather take a sell because of seeing all this. But alerts are there for a reason. And unless we get an alert, no trade for a sell. But I'm hoping we might get another sell alert. But we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Trying to get MT4 is a bit clunky. Trying to get the there we go. Now that area there now is an FEG imbalance that needs to be filled at some stage. We obviously don't know when. They might do it right away, or they may take their time doing that. But it's got to be filled to create balance in the market, and price loves balance. Equal buys and equal sells in all measure. But they might have a grand plan to go and take out. We'll go back to this one. They might have a grand plan to take out imbalances, then come back and take out all these imbalances. We don't know. All we're doing is following the footprints. But unless we get an alert, another sell alert, because that one's too old and that's too far away for us to do anything with, and we already had a trade on that at 7:15 this morning. And you already got your 2 to 1. So this is a watching brief at the moment until we get an alert. If we do, so we will stay. I suppose I should be ready with my MT4 just in case an alert happens. But really, I'm not sure whether there will be. But without an alert, this is a bit frustrating. Without an alert, so I'll put that there in readiness, just in case we do get an alert, because if we do, stop loss goes down to the trend line, or at least 2 pips away from entry, and then we're in for a sell. But without an alert, I'm not taking the trade. This is a very important part of the strategy. No, I've not gone anywhere. Just experience a little bit of background noise at the moment. And while there's not much happening at the moment, we're still waiting for cellular. I will go on mute until the background noise subsides, and I'll be back with you and talk some more. It'll only be about five minutes at the most. Okay, so I'm back in the room. I got some children just arrived from my wife. It's World Book Day apparently at school, and they're all dressed up as mermaids and whatever. Sorry. Right, get back to the trading. Now we've got a different picture again. So we will go back to trading view where it's a bit more maneuverable. And we are, see, it's come back to fill out that imbalance, and indeed it's just done, fill that imbalance out there. And indeed now, because it's done that, it might decide for a deeper sell, or it might decide, price might decide to go up and get these imbalances up here. But part of the reason why we pick 8 to 9 is because it suits my lifestyle, and also between 8 and 9, if there is any volume around, it'll surely come in when the London banks open at 8, mixing with the volume from the European banks open at 7. And that usually gives us a push one way or the other. And price action is a little bit more defined at this time of the day. A little bit more of a certainty. Not always, because like tomorrow is non-farm payroll, so it's not certain that that's going to happen. But on an average day, usually that is the case. Volumes come into the market just as they do different times of the day. They do different times of the week, and different times of the month, and different times of the year. It's all very fluid. It has been said that more volume seems to come in the first quarter of the year. Right now, we have a parallel saw, quite a deep parallel saw down there for a deeper buy. So we're nowhere near it yet because the trend is still red. The waves are still red. So we're here in waiting for things to happen, if they do. But right now, even if we did have a sell alert, we can, because the parabolic SAR is way down here, so price would have to get down to these areas down here. and hopefully we get another sell alert. If that's what happened, is going to happen, we don't know. But we're here lying in wait. Hope you're all enjoying the transparency of what we're doing and the educational values of what we're doing. We're getting some really nice messages from members, so thanks for that. So here's where we are at the moment, more consolidation, which, to be fair, I'm not really surprised at. Considering tomorrow, but if he was on yesterday, we did have a 2% win, but boy, did it take a long time. Again, because there wasn't much volume in the market. Sometimes we can get, because we're on the minute time frame, we can get in and out within like 20 or 30 minutes, and sometimes it could take a couple of hours. And yesterday, I think it was about an hour, was it nearly 2 hours, something like that. And that's all about volume in the market, you know. So again, a few days before non-farm payroll. Sorry to keep harping on about that, but it's that legislates for how much volume there is in the market. And if you, like I say, just with reading price action, if you can understand why there might not be a lot of volume in the market, hence big movements tomorrow. So logically, they wouldn't want to invest a lot of money because of that. And little things like that give you the knowledge to think, oh, this is happening because of, you know, that sort of thing. So reading price action is what everybody should do, no matter what strategy they are on. And that's why I like doing these lives, hopefully impart a little bit of education that I've picked up over the years. And I hope you appreciate that too. But now we are, I can actually do away with that because this imbalance has been well and truly done now, so I can take that out because that's been mitigated, that imbalance there, so I don't need that anymore. But we got a big swathe of imbalance down there that needs to be mitigated. But also we have imbalances up here that need to be sorted out. So again, it's and officially we are in a downtrend sort of mode because we are under the EMA 462 line. So we're stuck in no man's land. And they might decide to pump a little bit of volume into the market after 9 o'clock. So be it, who knows? But we're here like Bear Grylls in the forest, waiting for a wild animal to go into the traps. Sorry. Stop using that analogy. We might have vegetarians here with us. Certainly don't want to be classed or regarded as non-PC today. as my daughter keeps putting me right on that one, because I am an old person. Well, I feel old now, 61, so I appreciate you can't go around saying things that what you want nowadays. Like I say, luckily I've got a 28-year-old daughter who puts me right on those things. So I'm learning. Right, so this is not doing much at the moment, but never mind. The way it is. A little bit of volume is coming into the market, but you can see by that then nervous of which way to go. They don't really know what to do at the moment. This is just like nervous volume, because that will come down again and create more imbalance. Or will it? It might just carry on up. I just hope if we do have a buy that we will have not only the alerts, obviously, because we wouldn't be in the trade otherwise, but we have enough volume to break through the purple EMA line. But we won't know until it actually happens. Right, I'm going to go back to MG4 now, because we're having a bit of volume for a buy. But the wave hasn't turned green, the volume hasn't turned green, but I'm going to put my lines on it in readiness. Get the R now to replace, to turn the conditions around. And first of all, we got parallels are underneath price. The wave hasn't turned green yet, as far as I can see. Yeah, that's a bit better. So it's got to go a bit higher yet. And of course, we need all that all important buy alert. And the wave has just started doing green. The trend line is green. So the stop loss will go there where the wave started to turn green. But we've got imbalance here, so we've got to watch out that the next candle could come down and take out that imbalance, or it might not. And we haven't got an alert. But as soon as we got an alert, because everything else is green, I'm in for a buy as soon as we get an alert. It might be more imbalanced, but no. And indeed, it's fallen down below the 1%. So you've got to be 2 pips away at least to get your 1% back, because that's all important to make sure you're 1%. But we're here ready. Now the volume ribbon has just started to turn green, as you notice. We haven't got an alert yet, though. So we're all importantly waiting for the alert. And I'll go as close as I can and maintain my 1%. Technically, it should be where the wave started to turn green, but that's way too close to the entry. So it messes up my 1% chance. And the 1% chance is more important. Just anticipating a buy alert coming in. So that's what we're really waiting for, is a buy alert. The alerts have got algorithms, and the alerts themselves, they look at the volume going into a trade. They look at the where all these indicators are before we do get an alert, so they are important to us because the algorithms have got to be right for an alert to appear. It just doesn't do it by chance, you know what I mean? It's all to do with algorithms in the actual trading itself. So it is an important thing to have. So we're just waiting. Now, we wouldn't get a buy alert because we've got sell candles here now, but I wouldn't be into a trade because of sell candles, if you know what I mean. But indeed, we're getting a little bit more consolidation around here now. But, you know, and if price suddenly wants to come down again, it's saved us from getting into a trade and we haven't lost anything. That's the most important thing. Again, nice to see so many people on today. I hope you're getting a value out of what we're doing. Thanks for all the nice messages we've had to date. Been really nice reading them all. I'd like to hear people's opinions and nice messages, and I like people to be honest of how they're feeling as well. So, you know, if you have a problem or anything like that, we'd like to hear that as well. Then we can maybe even get better in what we're doing. So, consolidation. Here is it. Here it is. Well, we're here waiting. If anything does happen, one piece of volume on a 1 minute candle, one way or the other, could mean the difference between being in a trade or not, as I'm sure you can appreciate. They are deciding. So that's another reason why we pick hourly time slots to trade in, because of your mental focus. Because as you can appreciate, you have to focus on what you're doing, and that's a reason why we took away the ability to chat in this room, because we need to focus on what we're seeing. And hopefully use this for educational purposes. Right, well, see the way the parabolic stars are all lined up there, just a very gradual increased volume to the buy side, as we can see here anyway. So it's just a representation of what we're actually seeing within the candles. It's deciding to come down and take out this imbalance on this candle here now, probably. And all the time, officially, we are in a downtrend. So whatever trade we take is a retrace trade. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm hoping we have enough volume if the take profit ends up above the purple line, I'm hoping we got enough volume to actually break through the purple line and not just bounce and then come back down again. That's always a we don't like the word risky thing, but it's always something you could bear in mind that could happen. So we're getting a bit more volume for the buy now. This seems to be a very important area here. So let's hope we get a buy alert and then I can be in the trade. A little bit more volume for the buy. But all the time, we could still go the other way, of course. And put my stop loss a little bit closer to where the wave started to go green, which is there. That's where the stop loss should be. Just there, the wave started to go green, so that's where the stop loss is there at 1.08918 in anticipation for a buy alert, and then we can be in the trade. Because we are getting higher highs now, ever so gradually. There's just no volume there, though. That's why it's doing. We got a buy alert now. So I'm going to be in the trade. There we go. And the stop loss is on my wave. At the start of the wave. A little bit concerning that the take profit is just above the EMA line. That's my trade there. So there's my entry there. My buy alert. Trendline green. Parallels are below price. Everything is as according to the rules. But there is not much volume. So it could take a while to get there. If indeed it does get there, we could see a lot more consolidation around because of the time of the week. Oh dear, right, okay, we might be coming down. Bacon's out again. Yeah, indeed, oh, right, okay, so we just lost 1%. Really, trading in this time is very precarious. We've already proved to ourselves there is not much volume around. So the only thing I'd be happy to take now is a sell, because we are underneath the purple line. And you know what? If volume comes in for whatever reason that's unbeknown to us, or a deeper buy, we don't know that as traders, and I'm quite happy to let it go, because I've been around now for 40 minutes. All I'm seeing is just all this stuff here. So, yeah, so unfortunate, but we've lost 1%. And if this buy does prove to be a bigger buy in right now, between now and 9 o'clock, bearing in mind we are at the highest price since February, beginning of February, and also what we're seeing is we're not seeing much volume one way or another. We've got the purple line here, which is a big area that price likes to hug. and I'm not convinced there's enough volume to break that. If I'm proved wrong, so be it. I'm quite happy to let it go and come back stronger next week. But really, I would refer to myself to take a sell at the moment if one presents itself, if an opportunity presents itself, because, like I say, it's just lack of volume doing all this. And it's because of the time of the month, really, time of the year, time of the months. But hey-ho. So we will continue. Like I say, I'm not going to react on this buy. If it goes up, great. I'm not going to fall for their shenanigans anymore. Not for a buy anyway, because I'm not convinced there's enough volume in the market. Because this purple line here is an area of concern for me. Having said that, you wait, you can see it'll go shoot through there now. And if it does, yeah, great. Not very convincing though, on what I'm seeing. And I'm quite happy to take a watching brief. Yeah, so in hindsight, we got spiked out just by 0.2 of a pip, 0.3, but it doesn't really matter because it went. That's it. But here comes a deeper one now. So maybe we might have time to get a sell after all. You never know. But we've got several things need to happen. Obviously, the all-important cellular, the volume ribbon to turn red, the trend line to turn red, the waves to turn red. So I'll put it back onto trading view. So yeah, that little spike there, he did for us. Stop loss was there. One position. I would have got in about there, I think. Yeah. Stop loss was there. And as you can see, just that little spike there did for us. And reality, that is 8919, 9/10 of a pip, nearly 1 pip. But you know, takes you out, takes you out. Okay, so from what I'm seeing now with the volume and all that, I think what we'll do is to save time is to leave it there because this could carry on till 9 o'clock. Of course, it might not. It'll do what it wants to do, but from what we're doing here, and after 9 o'clock, they might make a decision to go one way or the other. So we might save ourselves a lot of grief by leaving this now and indeed no trading tomorrow. So I'm going to leave it there. And so we'll see you guys next week. thanks very much for the good comments that we've had so far, and I hope you get a lot out of these sessions. And so thanks very much, and have a great weekend, and we'll come back stronger next week. So cheers for now. Bye.